Alright, y'all. I'm back again. So listen, I know I said that I was basically probably not going to do. This is going to probably be one of my 2 last videos for this. But GTA 6 did give us like mad information. And the reason why this is one of my last 2 is because I'm probably going to talk about everything. And I'm going to do and everything we learned, you know, in case you missed it type of shit. So yes, I wanted to react to this with y'all, but unfortunately I had already seen the slides, so I'm just gonna go through it with y'all. There's a reason why this joint costs $2 billion. When we look at the information that we've been given, it makes sense. No bullshit. This has been an insane situation. So most like people know, and a lot of the GTA ones, we've had side activities, not necessarily this many. We started to get a lot more of them in GTA 5, I believe. Games like you know, like Yakuza and Like a Dragon have kind of done some of these things more frequently. Well, definitely like some of the ones we're gonna get into. But the first thing is working out. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why they showed that in those trailers, is that we'll be able to work out. Next is MMA fighting. They also kind of gave us a little glimpse of that with Lucia in one of the trailers, where she threw some kind of kick, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of fire. Now I'm not gonna lie, the reason why this is dope to me is because if anybody knows, when GTA was first originally coming out, true crime also was around at the time, and basically true crime is GTA if you're an undercover cop, which they did some things that GTA didn't do even better. Like in GTA, like you could, like in San Andreas, right? We're gonna talk about San Andreas a lot because I think they're trying to make GTA 6 this generation San Andreas. Well, we'll get into that later. But in GTA San Andreas, you could box. You know what I mean? You could actually learn some more boxing moves, so it made you better as a boxer. In True Crime, though, you could learn, especially True Crime New York. This is the one I played the most, but there's also a True Crime LA, and I think there was one in Hong Kong, I believe. But in this one, you could actually learn new fighting styles by going to different masters. I don't remember what they all were. I know one of them was Taekwondo. I know one of them was Wushu. One of them might have been kickboxing. And the last one, I'm not sure. I want to say there's about 4 or 5. So that was kind of fire. So I think that you'll be able to take this into your brawling. You know what I mean? Like when you get into it in different situations, if you actually go and train in the MMA fighting, I think you'll be able to use that. So this is kind of fire. I don't think it's just for like the side mission. I hope that they'll actually make it so that you learn moves and can use them in the regular game. Next up is fishing. Fishing, for some reason, they do this in a lot of JRPGs. But fishing, for some reason, is definitely something that you could always make. I mean, you always want to have people kind of around a body of water. Being landlocked isn't as fun. You want to be able to have all the different elements around you. And fishing is always a good idea. I mean, I don't know how much people will fish, but I believe they said somewhere else that like the fish you catch will be kept, and there might be a cooking mechanic. So that's kind of fire. So you'll be able to fry fish. Maybe you'll be able to, you know, bake it. I don't know, whatever. That's kind of tough. Be able to make different dishes. Pool / billiards, which is always a cool one too. This, I don't know if a lot of people do this, but like, if anybody's not played pool in real life, like it's mad fun. It's actually quite fun in video games too, because a lot of the times they've definitely had in Yakuza, and they've had fishing as well. Which, you know, again, I'll call it Like a Dragon because that's what it switched to, but they've had those things in that before. It's not the only game. There's been plenty of games that have had like fishing and pool, but pool's a cool one. I like it. I could definitely probably see myself spending some time playing some pool games. Mini golf, one of my favorite things in real life. You know what I mean? I love mini golf. I love actual golf as well, but you know, I actually really do love actual golf even more, but that's obviously because then you're actually getting the full experience. But mini golf is fire. I can see myself playing a lot of mini golf in this too. Like, this is things that you do to pass the time. Obviously, we know in the beginning there's not going to be any GTA Online, but Rockstar is going to give y'all GTA Online later on. I don't play it much, like I said in my other videos, but I hop on here and there, especially if we have a squad to roll with. Then it could be more fun. I know most of y'all are like, duh, yeah, that's all we've been doing. I get it. Y'all gangster. I mean, the mini golf is dope. I like that. I like that as a mission. But I say that just because when GTA Online comes, then y'all might be able to, you know, like get some mini golfing going with the people. Scuba diving is always dope. Scuba diving we love. I mean, you get to go in. The only thing that I, you know, whether it's just to go find the Titanic, or the new Titanic. But I hope, the only thing that I would say is that for the scuba diving, like, I don't know what the point is. So like, I think there has to be more to it. Like, it's cool to like explore the underworld. I like the underwater world, not the underworld. I ain't trying to go there, but the underwater world. Maybe you could get fish while you're down there. But if you can find certain tools, maybe you have to go to find certain weapons. That would be dope. I just feel like there has to be something that you're gonna get when you go. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want to just be. But some people might just like being down there and, you know, snorkeling or scuba diving or whatever. Basketball is dope. Don't know if it's gonna be like a. What we gonna turn this into? The best thing would be is if they turn it into, like, it's not gonna be street volume. It's gonna be more like a 2K simulator, I'm sure. That's dope. I have to see how that goes. I don't know how much I would do that in GTA, just because it depends on like the mechanics and like how fun it actually is to play basketball in GTA. But we'll see. We'll see. Hunting. I think hunting they had in GTA 5 as well. Obviously, they've had hunting in a lot of games. Not necessarily as like an activity. I mean, it's something that you do. Like, in some games, it was just survival. Going back to Assassin's Creed 3 and all kinds of, like, that's been a thing in a lot of games. But it seems like it's like an activity here. So maybe you can actually score points. Maybe you actually get more money if you get big game. I don't know. That'd be dope. Again, I'd like it virtually, not in real life. Dirt bike racing, always a good idea. People love to race. Dirt bike racing is pretty cool. So I know we saw in a few of the 63 photos that there's gonna be like different customizations for a lot of our vehicles. They showed some for the motorbikes, so those will be dope to use. You could customize one, get real busy on the racing. I don't know how many tracks they'll have. Obviously they haven't told us that yet, but hopefully they'll have a good amount. Enough where like it'll change up over time too. They could do updates and have you do new tracks. Maybe they'll have tournaments. That'd be dope. I know they did it online. Kayaking seems dope on GTA Online. I mean, kayaking seems dope too. I mean, you could maybe they'll have it in two ways, or you could just sightsee, and maybe in other times it'll be an actual race. Kayaking races would be kind of cool, I think, as well. I feel like I would do that before the dirt bike racing, just to see, just because I'm not used to that. Like dirt bike racing, you know, I feel like you can do in different games. Clubbing, I wonder how this works, like, because I know we've seen a lot of the strip clubs. Like, we've seen clubs, just like we've seen them in what they were dressed in. She was wearing something like this dress. I mean, it was a totally different color, and like the one where in my last video I was talking about them looking like they just hopped out of the 70s or 80s. But I mean, I wonder what that means. Like, do you go in? I guess my question for all this is, how alive is it? How much is it gonna feel like real life? Because like when you're clubbing in a game, I don't know what that. I really don't know what that feels like. Like, but I guess you can go and you can get drinks. Maybe you can get a section. You know, that'd be dope. Like, watching TV. Now, I think they can go somewhere with this, just because with watching TV, they have actual channels or streaming. I think some of these are gonna do better when GTA Online comes out. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. But I think what they could do is, it's like you go in, you watch TV, and it gives you the full screen. So when you decide to watch it, and then like if you link streaming services to it, then you can actually go through some of their catalog, if not the whole thing, and then like you can actually sit there and watch TV, and then you'll forget that you're watching it through GTA. That'll boost a lot of time played on the games. But I mean, that would be dope. I mean, that makes it a little bit more. It seems like they don't want you to leave this world. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit scary. I worry because like I'm just as excited for GTA 6 as other people, but it feels a little cultish. Playing video games, same thing. If I can link other games, like I have like on my PS5, right? Like if I'm playing GTA 5 on my PS5 and I go inside to play video games, is it like I can click on it and then it will make it full screen, and then I can choose from like the rest of the selection on my PS5, and then I can play like that? That would be dope, playing one game through another one. I feel like that feels crazy though, not gonna lie. I feel like I don't know if they've built it like that, but that would be the only reason why it kind of makes sense. Because otherwise, if you're just coming in for both the watching TV and the playing video games and you're just pressing a button, I mean, that is kind of like, that's cool. I mean, it could be something to do here and there, but not something I would do a whole lot. Yeah, and then there's that. That was on Execute's page, so if y'all don't follow them or go check them out, y'all should check them out. I know this info has been all over the place. Getting to the next tab, GTA 6, again, like I said, cost $2 billion to make it, but The real reason is it becomes the most expensive game ever isn't the budget. It's what they built inside. Again, they're trying to build, I think they're trying to build the most real world we've ever seen, right? So like the real world simulation that we've ever seen. So it says they didn't just build a bigger map, but a living economy with real consequences. They said if Vice City breathes, reacts, and remembers everything you do inside it. So I was going to get to that. Yeah, it's not my last tab, so I might as well talk about it now. They talked about an in-game social media platform in which, you know how like at GTA, like we like to do a bunch of crazy stuff, whether it be, you know, lighting up NPCs or just getting into fights or robbing stuff. Because part of the story, obviously, the heist is going to be robbing stuff. They say that NPCs will take out their phones and record you, and in the social media platform in the game it will stay alive. So if they are viral moments, they will be viral and the NPCs will be able to recognize you. That's crazy, because even in, like, I put it like this, like, it's like if you wear a mask, right, like, will they then not be able to tell it's you? And if that's the case, I'd be like, the irony about that is even in a lot of the stealth games we played, there isn't a real difference in how people treat you. Like, they know you to, like in Ghost of Yotei, right? Like, they knew you were the, and that was a great game, I love Ghost of Yotei, but they knew you were the ghost regardless of whether or not you had on the mask. And that one, the mask didn't even make it into the cutscenes, you know what I'm saying? Everything else about that game was great. And in Ghost of Tsushima, the mask used to make it into the cutscenes, but also Ghost of Tsushima was the first one in that series, and that one was great, but they did add a lot more to Yotei, so I could understand them being like, yeah, we just not, you know, whatever. But it didn't matter. You know what I mean? In this case, it sounds like it could matter, or I hope it would matter, that like maybe I wear something different. Maybe it's harder for people to tell when they got a tan or something, or they're dressed up. I don't know, but that would be dope. 65% of the buildings are fully enterable. Most games, GTA and other open world games, like that are dense, like that are like densely populated, that have like a lot of buildings, you can't get into most of them. So in this situation, they're saying most of them you can get into, more than half. So that's pretty fire. Don't know what we'll be able to see, but I think we'll be able to see plenty. This is the social network I was talking about. That's dope. That's dope. Your character's body changes. Now, the reason why I said we're going to talk about San Andreas more is because San Andreas, I don't know if they did this after San Andreas in GTA 4. I feel like they didn't. But GTA San Andreas is the last one I played, because I'm pretty sure they did not do it in GTA 5. It's the last one where I played where you actually could work out and it makes a difference. Like you actually go to the gym was the whole point. Eventually you fill up a meter, and then I think you don't have to work out anymore once you max it out. But before that, you know, you have to pump iron. If you did, you'd get out of shape. Like, I think you'd have less stamina, everything. So it looks like they're gonna go back to doing a whole lot of that, and I'm excited for that, because like that made it feel alive. That was something I actually really enjoyed doing, like going, working out, like, you know, watching the body change, like getting clothes to look even more fire. You know what I mean? Like it was dope. So that's coming back. I'm here for that. It says if you do eat fast food constantly, the weight shows up on the screen. So basically, your character's gonna get bigger. And I guess that's the case for both characters. So I know some of y'all gonna be running around with the Lucias and the Jasons that are maxed out in both ways. The ones that all they do is work out, and the ones where you just like, yo, let me see how big, you know, let me see what they look like like when I just have them eat fast food and all this other stuff, which is valid. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point, is that you're supposed to do the range, have fun with it. There's gonna be people that are in the middle, you know. If you add that with the MMA and stuff like that, I mean, this really could be something crazy. It says police operate with actual tactical logic. Dogs, riot shields, flanking maneuvers. They study your patterns and cut off your escape routes before you see them coming. That's both dope and annoying, not gonna lie. The only thing I worry, like, we're on a line, right, where GTA has always been a game where you can kind of do whatever you want, and the consequences were great. Like the stars go up. It was arcadey though, like. You fight the police, you fight the army, you know what I mean? But in this, it seems like you're not gonna want to be messing around too much, because I don't think it's gonna be as easy to fight the cops as it was before. And so, like, you might get clapped early. So even with the star system, I think it's gonna be much tougher to make it to 5 stars if they're coming like this. Because it sounds like dogs they can send out, and if they sniff you, if you're close, they can come and, you know, they'll bring the squad. they're gonna flank you. So like if you're in an area where there's a lot of different lanes, where it be behind buildings or something, and there's alleyways, if they start cutting off alleyways as you thinking about it, that's kind of nuts, but it is dope. I'm here for it. This goes back to them recognizing you if they seeing you go viral for some tomfoolery. We like that. Environmental stamage. I could talk. I've written and wrote. Anyway, environmental damage stays permanent until repaired. So like that's dope. So like I know one example was like if you blow up a gas station. Oh, here we go. Yeah, like if you blow up a gas station or you wreck it, like that's gonna stay that way until the people come and fix it. So it could be a couple of days. These are minor things that I think the reason why this is gonna be really fire is just because like other games are gonna then have to try and make their worlds more alive, which is good for us. Not everybody has Rockstar money, like, you know what I mean? So they don't all need to be GTA is what I'm saying. Like this is why like a lot of us have said like a lot of open world games, we love them. We didn't necessarily love that they were taking over, especially with like the heavy RPGs and like Souls likes. Not that we don't want those, we need those too, but it's like doing that makes it so that like now everybody doesn't have that bread. Like Rockstar been around for a minute, they haven't missed, so it's not like it's not happenstance. Like they ain't just happen to fall on $2 billion to spend on GTA 6. Like they earned that shit with all the they've done in the past. But I don't know. What people could do instead is that they might not be able to make a world as big as GTA and as live, but they can make like a smaller open world and make it more live. And that would be the goal, because that way you don't spend as much. But I don't know, I feel like the AI stuff is what does cost like all the NPC AI is what's gonna cost the most as far as like coding and getting people to do that. No other game in history combined all these systems at once. Each feature alone is impressive. Together they create something that functions less like a game, more like a parallel world. That's what we've been saying. So yeah, they're trying to make this joint alive, man, and for that I give them a lot of credit. I do. I think it's gonna be fire. I mean, we've been waiting for it. VI Empire. Just look at the tag in case y'all want to go to their page and check it out. And then the last one was just like they just introduced us to characters like Jason. We know, Lucia. We know. Obviously, they're the main characters. Kyle, we seen and his little floaty. Booby Ike. Is it Ike or Ike? You know, I don't know where the brother's from. But you know, he's on the cover art, it looks like. Brian Heater, we seen him talk on the joint. Draquan Priest, I feel like I remember seeing him, but I don't know. Raul Batista, The Real Dimes, Roxy, and Baylux. These are the ones where I said we've seen them in the trailers too. To me, I think they're supposed to be like a City Girls type of you know, like that's what they're supposed to be based off of, which you ain't mad at. And yeah, so that's really everything, man. But look, I'm excited. Oh, the last thing that was crazy was apparently I couldn't find it. I do want to tell you this. I couldn't find it, but they said that now too, when you go to jail, like when you do like all those illegal acts, and it's like, you know, and like if you get arrested, right? Like you know, ideally, now let's go to the best picture here. All right, it's like when you get when you get arrested, you go to prison and you actually can align yourselves. Now I don't know if this was confirmed. I feel like it wasn't, or maybe it was, I don't know. But when you go to jail, you can align yourself with specific gangs, and then when you get out, like those gangs might like have your back in certain situations. If that's the case, then that's a crazy element they added, because then I would also assume that those gangs would open up maybe certain missions, like side missions that like you could only do if you're like associated with them. So that would be dope. I think they did something. Didn't they do something like that in Cyberpunk 2077? You know, that would be fire. The only thing that I do, I'm assuming you can, because I think they said that somebody said that the prison is like a second world, so like you do have to spend like some time there. I would assume they give you the option to fast forward through that. So, and it could be, because if we're looking at it from the trailer, we don't know the story, but like dude said, haven't you been here before? I think they're giving us these under like they're smart. Like they're giving us these hints, but it's like under the radar, because it's like we don't even know, like, in that trailer where he went to go get Lucia, like, and dude said, haven't you been here before? Like, that could be alluding to the fact that, like, they can both go to jail at any time and then spend time there and then, like, get out. And, you know, like, I think in one of my videos I said that he probably was in jail, story-wise was in jail, and then, like, he got out, and then she went in because she took the rap for him again, because otherwise maybe he'd go to jail for life or something. You know, that's possible too. But yeah, so they've been giving us like little hints, but it's almost like metaphors, man. It's layered. So I'm here for it. I love y'all. I know we're all excited, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next vid. Probably all I'm gonna do for GTA 6. I might have one more, and then after that, you know what I mean, I'm gonna go back to doing other ones that I usually do. But I am excited for this. So, you know, we'll have to see what's going on. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next vid, alright? Peace.